Hey guys, before we start the review, I want to let you know about a video that I did earlier this week. I did a preview discussion on the Naruto Movie 6, Road to Ninja, the most original title yet for all of the Naruto Shippuden movies. So go check it out if you get some time.
I also did a Naruto-related video this week. I talked about one of the key animators because we are now doing a new segment known as Legendary Animators. This week I talked about Hiroyuki Yamashita, and he's been one of the key animators on Naruto Shippuden. He's worked on some of the most important episodes, and if you guys want to learn a little bit more about who animates your favorite shows, you can check out in the annotation above.
Hey guys, it's SuperKamiGuru9000. I'm Christian, that's Corey, and this is our review of One Piece 671. So let's set sail. So Zoro, Sanji, Brook, and the samurai dude, and by the way, Sanji is in Nami's body still. They're at the front of the river, and they're about to jump in to go get the samurai's body because he's feeling weak. I guess he's a devil fruit user. I missed that if that happened. And he can't move because his body's in water, or he's just freezing to death because part of his body is in freezing water. But they have to overcome this problem with the slime is shooting, its little like slime balls into the water, and it's now poisonous, and all the fish are dying. And Sanji's like, I'm the man for the job with rocking tits.
Awesome bubage! So after looking at Nami's rocking tits, we then cut away back to Luffy and his battle between Caesar. And they go literally right back to the end of the last chapter where he's grabbing onto him. And Frankie has a little thing where he's talking about, whoa! He can actually grab Logia-type users now. And what it is he uses his haki to actually grab their physical bodies in this battle. And basically, both him and Caesar are just trading blows to each other. He actually uses his Gomu Gomu no Bell, where he uses the huge headbutt technique. And if you actually look in there, you can see that he's actually hardening it again, and it's turning black and everything, kind of like when he uses the elephant gun technique. And he tries to use the stamp technique on him again, but then there's just this big-ass giant explosion that is just ridiculous. And then we get Caesar. He's using this other technique, which is known as the gas robe, where he basically shoots this sort of disc of pure, like, poison right into Luffy's mouth. But, Luffy can defy, the laws of physics, so he just has all the poison explode out of his ears. Whatever, he's basically a cartoon character anyway. And then all of a sudden, there's just another freaking explosion. But again, it doesn't matter. Luffy's just sort of standing there in the panel. He's like, haha, that stuff doesn't matter to me. I fought against Magellan. And this seems to piss off Caesar a little bit. He's like, Magellan, that Paramecia type, that guy was a weakling. And again, I guess this just sort of states that Caesar himself is probably a really, really powerful character. So it seems like in this battle, Luffy actually does have the upper hand. And that is, of course, until all of a sudden, Caesar just starts to rise up slowly. And then Luffy just sort of collapses on the ground, and it looks like he's suffering from some sort of poison technique. And it seems like Caesar now has the upper hand in the battle.
So getting back to Law and his little adventure he's having away from Luffy, we see he's walking down this ominous hallway, and all of a sudden, an ominous figure appears, and Law starts to struggle, and he falls down, and he still has Chopper in his little bag next to him, and he looks up, and he's like, why are you here? Okay, so what did we think of this chapter of One Piece? Well, I want to start off by saying I think that it's awesome that Luffy can, handle Logia types now. And honestly, he's dominating Caesar Clown. Yes, he's having a hard time with the poison, but do you really think Luffy's not going to overcome it in the next few chapters? Actually, he couldn't. There's a possibility they have to retreat. But I think Luffy's been in this situation before. And it's also interesting to think about the rest of the crew being exposed to poisons because they haven't had that kind of training yet or experience yet in One Piece. So Sanji, Nami, or however you want to say that person's name, Namzi, or whatever we were saying. What was that combination name we came up with? I don't remember.
Sami,
as we refer to him, her.
Kuzan?
Kuzan, the old admiral.
Or no, he's the ice guy.
The ice guy. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, the admiral. That's what he was. Mm-hmm. Was an admiral anyway, until he lost to Akainu. And I think that it's probably him at the end of this hallway. Because it makes sense, because he lost. Where did he go? If he lost, he was probably pretty injured, so he probably retreated to somewhere on the island.
Which is covered in, snow and ice anyway. He likes ice, so I guess this would be an appropriate place for him.
Yeah, and this is someone that obviously Law could not just take down easily, and that could easily be a challenge for this caliber of a character, which Law is. So that's who I think it is anyway.
Conflicting thoughts about Nami hanging out in, Sanji's... Actually, it's the other way around.
Yeah, the other way around.
Sanji being in... or Nami being in... You know what it is. They're switched. The point is, this was another pretty fun chapter. If there's one thing I've learned recently from reading a lot of One Piece manga, it's that a lot of humor comes your way while reading this, and you can see that a lot in the beginning portions of the chapter from all the Straw Hat members. Brooke himself loves making jokes about finding any way possible to have women take their clothes off. I wish there was more from the big slime monster this week, which, reminds me a lot of Grimer's evolution from Pokemon. But otherwise, pretty fun chapter. I love watching Luffy fight, as always. He's always got a way around something, even though all he can really do is just stretch his body. He's always got something he can do, and, he's using Haki really cool. He's grabbing Caesar Clown and everything, although it does sort of suck at the end of the battle that it looks like Caesar's about to, power up for real this time. He's about to go to 100%. But I do think that's interesting that he was like, Magellan was a little punk, I thought Magellan was actually pretty fucking badass. So, considering that he's saying that, I expect Caesar Clown to do something really, really crazy. And I agree, at the end of the chapter, that's probably Kuzan the Ice Guy. His shoes, his pants, and everything, it all fit perfectly, and he's even got the jacket.
I think he's probably like freezing Law's lungs or something, because you think of the other guys. I don't think he can't put lava down his lungs. That'd kill him. You can't shoot light down his lungs, So I think it makes the most sense that he is, the ice guy. And it makes sense because of the island they're on and all those things like that. Mm-hmm. So a really exciting chapter of One Piece. I'd be happy with a 8 out of 10 on this one. Mm-hmm. Good fighting, but not really progression yet. But some cool what ifs and some,
solid read, good artwork. Great background artwork, and I'm only saying this because he doesn't have to draw all the background characters all the time, but he manages to put extreme detail in just the most minor of characters. So,
and the backgrounds. Oh my gosh, the backgrounds are also different. Like each one of the 3 places the Straw Hats are right now, and Law, considering those 3 places, they're all completely different. He draws them all to full detail every week.
And there were explosions this week. So come on, everybody loves explosions.
8 out of 10.
Anyway, guys, it is time for the question of the week, and we're going to ask you about the mysterious figure appearing at the end of the chapter. Who is it? Could it be one of the 3 admirals? Could it be someone we've seen before, or someone completely brand new? We have no idea. And the second question, we want to ask you guys about Luffy. Do you think he's going to survive through this technique? Of course he is. He's the main character. But how is he going to overcome this? You can let us know with your comments below. And if you liked the manga this week, or there's something you didn't like, please leave your comments there. We'd love to know what you guys thought.
So that's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoy the review. And until next time, SuperKamiGuru9000 out.